Hey, how's it going guys? Captain Kuba here, and I wanted to make this video for a few days now. Last week, I finally decided to replay God of War Ascension's multiplayer. And I know what some of you guys thought. Captain Kuba playing God of War Ascension's multiplayer? Has he lost his mind? Isn't God of War Ascension his least favorite God of War game? And the short answer is, yes, this is my least favorite God of War game. I didn't think the story was that good, I didn't like the new climbing mechanics, there weren't that many boss battles, they got rid of the classic rage meter, they didn't have any side weapons. Overall, it was a huge disappointment. If you want to learn more about what I think of God of War Ascension, I suggest you watch my official review of it. But anyway, I think God of War Ascension came out the way that I did because Todd Papy, the director of the game, ultimately wanted to make a multiplayer game, not a single player one. So a lot of the previously mentioned bad additions to the game in the single player mode were because of the multiplayer. For example, it's always been a staple in the God of War series that Kratos is going to receive side weapons. In God of War 2 you have the Barbarian Hammer, in God of War 3 you have the Nemean Cestus. God of War Ascension didn't have that. In the single player you could pick up swords and shields that you could just easily dispose of, and then pick them up later in the game. The reason you have these weapons in the single player mode is because they were initially used for the multiplayer, to add some type of variety to combat. So I'm guessing that Santa Monica simply didn't have time to create a proper side weapon for the single player, and they just ended up using the multiplayer weapons. Anyway, the point of this rambling is that while the single player suffered during development, the multiplayer is actually pretty good. I killed someone, I'm sorry, I actually killed someone. Oh my god, I'm kicking ass now. Oh, let's go. In the pit. Oh my god! Oh, that was the best thing I've done in this game, I think. And it turns out that I'm a little bit tired of playing God of War 2018 again and again and again on my channel. So I had this brilliant idea of playing God of War Ascension's multiplayer until God of War Ragnarok releases. I'm thinking of making these streams the new God of War hangouts I used to do a while back. A place where we can play God of War Ascension's multiplayer, but we can also discuss theories and lore and just anything God of War related. And of course, if you're a member of the channel, one of the perks you get is access to my Discord, a place where you can talk with me in person. But this idea of playing God of War Ascension every week is easier said than done, because at this moment, God of War Ascension's multiplayer is dead. It is so dead that last week only one guy in the chat was able to play with me. And this is not because we joined the party together or anything like that. He just opened up God of War Ascension on his PlayStation Now and was able to find me. So the point of this video is to let you know that every Wednesday at 5 PM Eastern Time, I'm gonna be playing God of War Ascension. So if you have PlayStation Now or a PlayStation 3 with a copy of God of War Ascension, you can pop by and play with me, because chances are you will find me in the lobby. My PlayStation ID is Kratos vs 1886, for those of you who don't know. So if you see that name, you're playing with the real Captain Kuba. Whatever that's worth. I don't know, I feel like this could be a good way to keep the God of War hype going, as well as a fun way to interact with the community. So yeah, if you have God of War Ascension, just stop by any Wednesday at 5 PM Eastern Time and show me your skill. But don't worry, this is not gonna become the main content in the channel. I'm still gonna do theories, top 10s, lore videos, pot of cast, and much more. The next video I'm working on is my top 10 God of War Ragnarok boss battle predictions, or wish list. So that video should be coming out in a couple of days. Now for my second channel, I'm thinking of uploading a video called Will Elden Ring beat God of War Ragnarok in 2022? I honestly want to get all the Elden Ring talk out of my system, and I think it's better if I put it all into one video. So if you're interested in gaming content outside of God of War, make sure to check out my second channel and subscribe as well. And with that said, I would like to thank every single one of my members for supporting this channel monthly. I really couldn't call YouTube my job if it wasn't for your help, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I would also like to thank everyone who likes and shares my videos. I know it doesn't seem like much, but trust me, it does help me out a lot. So with that said, thanks for watching, and remember, go forth in the name of Ragnarok.